Hey Dillon,
How you going, mate?
welcome to FIFO Inspo, matey. First of all, thanks for taking the time to spend time with us. It's really appreciated, my man.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so we're diving. Let's dive in, shall we? First of all, is it possible if you can tell us something a little bit about yourself?
I'm a Boilermaker welder by trade. Come from a structural steel background.
Yep.
Which is mainly local work.
Yep.
And I've been into the FIFO game for probably about 3-4 years now.
Oh, okay.
And yeah,
Well, and
still loving it.
Yeah, I was just going to say that too. How you liking it? But now tell us, where did it all begin? How did you get into the game? Where did it all start for you?
Basically, just you'd always hear about the FIFO gigs and all this stuff about up north, and I just had to find out what it was all about for myself, really.
Yep.
So, yeah, I finished my time in about end of 2013, and that was when it was a bit of a downturn in the industry. So, I stuck around home, just done a bit of local work, and got a bit of experience up there. And as soon as things started picking up, I took that opportunity and jumped on the plane and came up here.
Wow, it's awesome, man. And did you have any guidance, as into like who actually guided you into doing that kind of stuff?
Pretty much just always ask the questions when I was at work, you know.
Yep.
All those local jobs I had, you'd always work with plenty of guys that have been there and done that. So I always like to speak to the older gentleman that's been in the trade for a few years, and they'll give you a good insight on what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, awesome, man. And like apprenticeship, did you do a 4-year apprenticeship?
Mine was actually 3 years.
Oh, wow.
So because I completed year 12,
Yep.
in that time I done a school-based pre-apprenticeship. So that took 6 months off my trade, off my apprenticeship, sorry. And at that time it was a 3.5-year apprenticeship. So
Wow.
6 months taken off that, so 3 years. I have my training certificate.
Yeah. And when was that? 2000 and...
So I done my apprenticeship from 2010 to 2013. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it's recently, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And, well, the feeling of doing an apprenticeship. What are your thoughts about that, your feelings?
Yeah, it's a bit nervous at the start, but you know, because when you do apprenticeship, you're kind of locked into the one place. So you get to know the people you're working with, and kind of become like your family, really. And yeah, it all takes off from there. I found it pretty easy because I was really comfortable in the metalwork industry. I'd done a fair bit at school, so I knew that's what I wanted to do, and I set my goal on getting that trade certificate.
True. Good on you, matey. And because obviously it's brought you here. Now, FIFO. Tell us something about FIFO. What are your thoughts about that?
You hear a lot of mixed things about FIFO, but in my experiences, it's been a great journey, really. You meet a lot of good blokes, get told a lot of different stories, and yeah, everyone's got a different background and a different story, you know, and everyone's on their own little journey. But you meet a lot of good people and have a lot of good experiences up here.
Yep.
I would definitely recommend it for sure.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for new starters there?
For new starters, yeah, just ask questions, really. If you're ever curious on something or you're ever unsure, just always ask questions, eh? And you know anybody that's in the FIFO game, just kick up the conversation with them and find out what you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really powerful, eh?
Yeah.
And also, well, do you fly FIFO from where?
From Perth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I live in Mandurah, so
Yep.
drive up to Perth every start of swing and jump on that plane.
Yep. What swing do you do?
I'm on a 2-on-1 roster. A lot of companies these days give you an option for a roster, so I mean, if I feel like I'm spending too much time away from the family, I've always got the option to go on the 2-and-2 roster.
Yep.
Or 8-and-6 roster. But I've been doing a 2-1 roster for probably 2 years now, and I'm pretty comfortable with the routine. family's pretty comfortable with the routine we got going, so I'll stick to it.
How long have you been in the industry for? FIFO industry?
Probably about 4 years, I'd say. 3 or 4 years, yeah.
And you've been places, I gather? Or
Yeah, I feel like I've
with it all stuff, were you there?
travelled a fair bit. So when I first came up here, I actually started with Linkforce, and I'm sure everybody has heard that name before. And yeah, they sent me here, there, and everywhere. So I've been from Port Hedland all the way to Newman, and east and west of the Pilbara regions, Kalgoorlie, Boddington. Yeah, I've seen a fair bit of mine sites my time.
Awesome, and you obviously appreciate all the kind of experiences, I gather?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's good to come up here and see the views and see this side of the country, and I enjoy it. I enjoy every second up here.
Good on you, man. Especially for like companies like that, it's sometimes I for myself, because I wanted to, not many people get humbled enough, in regards to, fair enough, you're in the game, but what are your thoughts about that? Humbleness. I think everybody just kind of focuses on the bad side of things, but the good heavily outweighs the bad when you come up here, and just take it as it comes, and try and enjoy yourself. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't take anything for granted.
Oh, awesome, man. That's the one, and FIFO. Now, just off the topic, brother, is it possible if you can share what's the biggest successful achievement you've accomplished in life?
In life is, I'd say, getting my trade certificate. Either that, or because that was my big goal, or definitely that in my family. My family's always been my biggest achievement. But as for personal goals, my trade is the biggest thing, I'd say.
Wow, good
Wanted that for a long time, and I worked hard to get it.
Definitely. And now, family. Any thoughts about family? Like, obviously, do you have family or anything like that?
Yeah, I've got a partner and a 3-year-old son.
Yep.
Can get hard at times being up here, but you just gotta, when there's issues in the family, you gotta take care of them, And if there is any dramas, the good thing about being up here is, everyone's got family back at home, and they understand if you got dramas, they're more than happy to put you on a plane and send you straight back home. So you're always in touch with your family, But yeah, we found we've got a pretty good routine working for us, and my partner and son's happy, I'm happy. Just make sure everyone's happy,
Awesome, definitely, Because family does come first, obviously, especially in this game. Given, do you have any things about mental health?
Yes, mental health. Well, we could start with your family for one. I did quit FIFO at one stage because when my partner was pregnant, I was away a fair bit, definitely away more than I was home, and she found it too hard to cope by herself, and she told me she couldn't do it much more, so I quit then and there. Because family always comes first, Like, I don't care what situation I'm in. If my family needs me, I'll quit my job and I'll go back to them,
Yeah.
But mental health always, if you got issues, you got to talk about it, You find someone you're comfortable, one of your mates or your workmates or something, just let them know what's going on. Everyone's up for a chat, you know what I mean? And even your workmates, it's always good to pull them up and see if they're right. Always check up on them, because anyone can hide pain from behind a smile, you know what I mean? You just never know what's going on in someone's head, so...
Absolutely.
Just ask the question, are you okay?
Good on you, man. Now, let's take it back to family, right? So, what are the feelings when you first come back up, or first fly out on your first day? What are your feelings like?
Well, getting back home, or
going to work?
Going to work?
Yep.
I was nervous, very nervous, but I was more excited than I was anything really. So I was looking forward to just jumping in there.
Yep. And why is that? Is it because you've got goals set for yourself, or money, or
I think because through my whole apprenticeship, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to come up here. So that was just a long build up really, and finally getting that interview, getting that job, going for your inductions, and there's a bit of a waiting time. But so when you finally know you're jumping on that plane, I was pretty excited. Yeah.
Oh, good on you. And vice versa, when you
Yeah, well, when I got back, it was a strange feeling actually, like going away, and when I came home for the first time, it was just like kind of being institutionalised almost. You finally go back to society, and it feels a bit strange going from your routine up here to jumping back into the real world, but that quickly passes. Like,
really,
you just get used to it. It's just
Yeah, no, it's because you're so constitutionalised here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sure about that, but I know how I feel in that kind of way. It's really,
it's strange.
It definitely is strange, but needless to say. What else is there? What else that we can talk about? Is there any? Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Is there any mottos or positive quotes? Yeah, sorry,
quotes, the words we're looking for.
Yeah.
I've got one quote really that I live by, and it's not what you've done, it's who you become out of those experiences.
Say that again?
It's not what you've done, it's who you become out of those experiences. So I reckon that's a pretty solid quote. And, everyone's done bad things or made wrong decisions, but as long as you learn from those decisions, it's really the important thing.
That's right, man. Got any goals, in short-term or long-term goals?
Long-term, really just keep on the grind, keep making the money, and hopefully get my family the house they deserve and give them the life they deserve.
No, good on you, man.
Yeah.
Short-term?
Short-term, just concentrating on my career, trying to develop my skills, because being a Boilermaker, there's a vast majority of skills to learn, and I'm trying to pick them all up. I'm trying to learn as much as I can.
Good on you, man. No, definitely, And, sorry, brother, I'm just having a blank, because so many questions I want to ask you,
Yeah.
But, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
5 years' time, I see myself up here still. Still doing my rosters, still working hard, still earning that money.
Yeah. What about 10 years' time?
10 years' time, I hope I'm in a position where I can slow it down a bit. I know a lot of guys up here you speak to are mainly just up here to save up enough to get their house paid off or whatever like that, and then go back locally. And that's what I hope to do, is just get enough money to buy that house, get my mortgage out of the way, and hopefully find a cruisy little job back home so I can be home with my family every night.
What about 1 year's time?
1 year's time, probably still with the same company doing the same job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Man. Now talk about the lifestyle, okay? Now FIFO lifestyle. What are your thoughts about the FIFO lifestyle in regards to work itself?
I reckon it's great. I mean, you meet a lot of good guys. They pretty much become like a second family.
Yep.
You see, it's an easy routine. You get up in the morning, brekkies made for you, pack your lunch, go to work, do your 12 hours, come back. Camp's always good. I mean, you've always got good food, the gym, all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get a routine happening for yourself, and you can live pretty comfortably up here. I've never had a drama anyway.
Can you explain your routine?
Get up early, have me bacon and eggs, pack me lunch, go to work, do me 12 hours, come back. I like to just come back, have a shower straight away, have me dinner, watch a little bit of TV, then just have a bit of FaceTime with my family. So every night Every night, yeah, Mrs. and my boy will get on the phone and on FaceTime and have about an hour chat or something with them, and that's my day.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, it's a bit like Groundhog's Day, but it goes quick. I mean, you've got 14 days up here, I do anyway.
Yeah.
That 14 days tends to go pretty quick. Yeah.
Have you done any other rosters?
Yeah, I've done a 10-4, 10 days on, 4 days off.
Oh, wow.
I've done 4 and 1 for a little bit, not long. I didn't really like that. That was too much away from home, yeah.
Oh, okay, you just
I wouldn't recommend that one.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Do you have any funny moments that you would like to share with us?
None that I can really think off the top of my head.
Yep.
Doing to you, I'm having a bit of a blank moment, mate.
It's all good, brother. You know, we can take our time, but I'm assuming these. Wow. What about a work-related one?
I don't know. Have you got one?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but these things to consider, you know.
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay. Yeah. Next question. Yeah. What's the most annoying creature you've ever come across while working?
The bugs. Actually, the flies. Sorry, the flies. It's going to be the flies. Yeah. I was going to say the bugs because they're like little kamikazes when you're trying to weld.
Yep.
But flies, yeah, they do your head in. You can never get used to the flies.
Mm-hmm.
But you just got to put up with them, mate. It's part of the fun.
What are you trying to? What's your thinking about trying to switch them away, or do you have any advice? Any little tips and tricks up your sleeve to try and eliminate them, or
get a fly net? Because when I first came up here, I was thinking, why are these blokes wearing these nets?
Yep.
What the fuck? But then the flies started coming.
Kamikaze.
I'm like, come on, I need one of these nets.
Right.
You're forever doing these ones when you're up here.
Yep. Nah, good on you, man. And what else? And as for hydration.
Hydration's a big one, yeah.
Yep.
Because you can get heat stress, or dehydration sneaks up on you pretty quick up here.
Mm-hmm.
Just always drink water, constantly drink water. Even if you're not thirsty, just drink water.
Paramount, eh?
Yeah.
What's to say?
All the time.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get dehydrated up here. Heat stroke. Yeah, it's a bad one. Yeah.
So when you're basically working, do you get so fixated at work that hydration sort of
At the start,
comes second?
I did. Yeah, I just never really took it into consideration too much and just carried on with my work. But now it's because you're always getting it drilled into you about hydration and keeping up your water. So it's in the back of my head now all the time. So whenever I've got a minute to spare, I'll just stop and have a drink. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Chem Facilities?
I reckon they're great. I've been to a lot of camps before, and I've never had a drama.
We're currently in Namodi as we speak, so
yeah.
it's really 10 out of 10 together, eh?
Yeah, clean camp, good rooms. You got a bed, you got a TV, good food. Whenever you're having bacon and eggs every morning and a steak for dinner, you can't really complain. That's good living.
Absolutely, because you come across people that are so ungrateful and so not thankful that they tend to forget little things like that. I gather from your experience.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you get a lot of you hear a lot of bad things, but I think people just like to whinge,
Mm-hmm. Care to share a little bit about that?
Like my first camp I went to, I asked about the food, and I was getting told it was terrible food. It was shit house, and it turns out a lot of people were complaining just because their steak was overcooked or something like that. And I was thinking, man, it's for free. You know what I mean? you ask for a medium and you get a medium well. If you're not paying for that steak, that's still a good steak. So
can't complain about that.
No, you can't complain, man.
What about your facilities, as in your bedroom and stuff and whatnot?
That's great. Yeah. You've got your own bathroom, comfy bed, TV, even Foxtel. Yeah, they've actually got Foxtel, so that's pretty good. Got your Wi-Fi around camp and all that, and they look after you.
Yeah. Good on you, man. And like obviously you've got the gym and swimming pool.
All sorts.
All sorts. So
if there's if anyone has any issues or any ideas, really, they're always open to it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You can always put in your ideas, or if you have any issues with the camp, they'll always see to it. So.
Yeah. How old are you again?
I'm 25.
25. So, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Good on you, man. So you've been a Boilermaker since how long have you been boiling? 4 years now. Yeah, you did say
4 years, 5 years. Was it 2019?
Yep.
6 years now, eh?
6 years. Wow.
Coming up to 6 years. Yeah. Shit.
Awesome, man. Great, man. That's as you said before, man. It's a really massive accomplishment, eh? And that's why I'm on this journey myself, because I want to try and give back to the next generation, eh? Do you have any thoughts about that?
I think, look, it's a lot's changed up here, even in the time I've been up here, but it's a good experience. Definitely come up here and try it out, because either it's for you, it's not the only way to find out. It's by coming up here and trying it out firsthand. So, and I'm sure.
The question is, how can we come in?
How what?
How can you get in?
How can you get in? I'd say by apply for the jobs, do the training that's needed. Normally, if you got the right attitude and you're pretty eager to go, a lot of companies will take you in. They just want people that have the can-do attitude and are actually motivated. So, if you're motivated enough to do it, you'll find your way up here.
Definitely, yeah. That's awesome, man. What you just said just there, because there's so many questions I want to ask you, but I'm just having a blank at the moment for that. But
good.
Yeah. Once again, what advice do you give the new any new starters?
Just give it a go. Ask the questions. Always ask questions. You can never ask enough questions. And just take everything on board. That's for sure. Yeah.
Because it can be hard at times, mentally and physically.
Yeah. And big thing as well is everyone around you is, they're willing to help. At the end of the day, we're all up here just making $1, so everyone's up here to help each other. So
good on you.
Good about it. Yeah.
I really appreciate your time, my brother.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, thank you once again. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you, Dillon, and
easy as.
Beautiful.
That's
brother.
us, eh? Too lovely. Peace out.
So what do you think? If you think this was interesting to you, subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss out on inspirational stories just like this. And also leave me a comment down below if there's anything you would like me to show you. For now, take care and stay safe. Bye.